All right, here we go. Am I shooting again? Yeah, I think I'm shooting as good as I'm gonna get. Hey, got a box today, and I'm gonna do an unboxing. Isn't that kind of different? A lot of other channels do that. And by the way, big shout out to Podcast Stage for this idea of throwing the boxes away as you get them. So I am going to unbox today something from a company called PIXEL. Now, if you followed my channel, I've actually done a bunch of other PIXEL reviews over the years because I seem to end up, whenever I'm kind of on the fence about a brand and I see 5 or 10 different ones, I go with PIXEL because I've had great success with them every time I've bought from them. So today I decided, that I would go wireless, or at least sometimes, not while I'm in the studio, obviously. If I'm in the studio, I'm going to use the best microphone for the circumstance, and sometimes the best microphone for the circumstance isn't available when you're in the field. If I was outside right now and I wanted the best possible sound, there's no way in hell I'm going to use this microphone or one of my $1,500 studio mics that I'd use in my recording booth. No, I'm going to want to use something that is roadworthy, that is something I could take out and maybe go hands-free, and I'm going wireless. So that is what I'm going to be going over today. This is a PIXEL Voical Air. That's what they're calling it, the Voical Air. Can you read that? You might be able to read that. Anyhow, Voical Air. This is a wireless lav mic. I really need to try some other types of microphones out in the field, so I want to go with a wireless one. So here's the PIXEL Voical Air. Now they say you can go 50 meters. I'm not a metric guy, but that's pretty far. As far as I know, 50 meters is pretty far. I know that it's probably almost 50 feet. I don't know. It's pretty far. Anyhow, further than I'm probably ever going to need to stand from the camera. So here we are. We got the box. We have inside the box a nice little zipper case. I'll open that up. And what do we find inside? We've got a warranty, and a QR code to activate a warranty, a little instruction manual, and if I look at it, I've bought from PIXEL before. As usual, it's in many different languages, and English is right up front. And the nice thing is, if you look at the book, English starts on page 1, Spanish starts on page 10. And what's the subplot to that? What's the important thing to me? That means the instructions are nice and short. They're less than 10 tiny little pages, because it shouldn't be that difficult to set up a wireless mic. They make it easy, these sorts of newer systems. Let's go and see what we got in there. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3 mystery little boxes. Of course, I know what 2 of them are. 2 of them are going to be transmitters, because yes, this is a two-way transmitter. That means you have 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. What is that for? If you're doing an interview, if you're talking to somebody, you are going to wear one, the second person is going to wear the other, and the third little box is going to go right on your camera or your recording device, and that will be the receiver for both of the transmitters. So you'll have 1 transmitter and 2 transmitters, 1 receiver. So as expected, I'm looking at these. This one here is got a little headset jack on it, and that means that this is the one that is the receiver, because that's the one you're going to want to monitor the audio on. And then on these, what you have are obviously power and so forth, but you have a microphone jack, and hey, that's where the next bunch of fun stuff comes from. So inside of here we have, that's great, they give you 3 heads on a charging cable, which means you have the 1 charging thing that goes in your charger, like right there, and it can charge 3 devices simultaneously. So 1, 2, 3. That's actually pretty clever, and I wasn't even expecting that, but that's great. That means that I could charge all 3 of them without having 3 plugs. I only use the 1 plug over there, and I'm charging all 3. Now, I may not be able to show this from this distance, but each one of them is now giving me the indication of the charging and the charging status as it's going through. So they're charging. What else do we have in our box here? We have a little hot shoe, cold shoe mount, which is implies that I'm going to potentially put the transmitter, the receiver is this one, and slide it into this. Instead of putting it on a clip on me, I could put that on the top of the camera. They call them a hot shoe, but they're really cold shoes because they don't provide power, but they sit on the top of the camera. That's great. They also give you, this is an unexpected thing, this is a cell phone mount. So you put your phone on there, and it has a screw on the back, so you can mount it on a tripod this way or this way, so you can go 2 different ways. So that's kind of something I didn't expect to find in the box, but that's what's in there. And we got more stuff. Let's see what else is in here. We've got one of the 2 microphones. This is a clip-on lav mic, and that we will plug in. And we're going to try this, by the way. It's not just an unboxing, but I am kind of curious about what's in these, and there's something about unboxing videos that is all the rage. So here's the second one. So these are standard lavalier microphones, and we have 2 more packages to look at in our box here. What do we have? Well, this one is pretty obvious to me and expected. This wire here, it's a short little wire that goes from the one that is the receiver. All right, so here's the receiver, and on there is the line out, and the other half of that would either go into a camera or a recorder, so that basically this becomes the microphone. Now there's also a headset jack there, so I'd be able to put, let's say, a headset, standard headset, into the top of the receiver, so I can monitor the levels from my headset, right? I'd be able to do that, and this then would feed into the camera or recorder. And we have one more cable, one more thing in the box. Don't need to be on the wire right now. And what else is in that box? We have one more cable. So they give you 2 cables to do that. So I guess maybe there's a label on there. Phone cable. Oh, wow, that is so awesome. So what does that translate to it? This is awesome. I did not even know this, and I'm so glad it was actually in there, because I know that on occasion, instead of recording onto the camera, I might want to record onto a smartphone. And smartphones use a different kind of cable. Even if you have, of course, the new iOS phones, you need an adapter, but still, the bottom line is a smartphone uses a different pinout. There's 1 extra ring. So this basically means, and that's why they give you the smartphone adapter. See, now it makes sense. So the smartphone adapter would be, you'd put your phone in there, and then you'd plug this into your phone, and then that into the receiver. But if you're going to use a recording device, which, by the way, is what I use right now, like, you might not see it too well in this shot, but I record on a recorder, or in many cases, I'll put the recorder on the camera. So I'd use the camera cable for either of those, and they are perfectly labeled so that you can't really confuse them. And by the way, if you did lose the label, and I don't think you would, you could tell the difference between a camera cable and a smartphone cable, because there is that 1 additional ring on the stem. So that's my unboxing video for the PIXEL Voical VOICAL Air. It's a professional wireless microphone. Now, it's got 4-hour runtime, 1 receiver, 2 transmitters. What else did I forget about? It's UHF, and it goes like 50 meters. I don't know how many feet that is, but it's probably about, I think a meter's like a yard, right? It's almost a yard. Yeah, so that's like a football field. I don't even know. It's big. It's big. You can go pretty far, and you're not going to need to be that far away. And again, it's compatible with all sorts of other stuff. The microphones are omnidirectional, which is kind of good because they could be near you, and you they'll still pick it up. What else did they tell you about this? It charges USB. Everything we need to know about it is there. You get about 4 hours on each battery charge. I'm going to try it out now. So here I am outdoors using the PIXEL Lavalier, the wireless lavalier. I have this mounted on my iPhone. The receiver is right on top, and now I have the flexibility to go just about anywhere and have the same sound quality. I can go way out here, 50 meters. I don't even have 50 meters of space to run around in my backyard, but I can go just about anywhere, and you can hear me just as well. Now, obviously, the most important thing is sound quality. You're hearing it yourself. One of the other great things about this particular transmitter and receiver is that in addition to the clip-on, the transmitter also has a built-in microphone. So if you want to, you can not only use a different phone, you can use it by itself. That is another microphone. So you can use that, and you can clip that into a strategic place just like anything else, find a place for it. So you don't even have to necessarily use this extra wire. Right now, traditionally what you do is with a wire like this is you stick it inside your shirt, put the transmitter with a belt clip somewhere behind you. Of course, you can't do that whenever you're using it without the microphone, but if you plug the microphone in, put the transmitter in your back pocket, put it on your belt, you can just put it out of the shot. It's a much more professional way to do things. Really like this thing. So that's the PIXEL, what do they call it? Voical. It's there. Transmitter, 2 transmitters, 1 receiver, iPhone and regular camera outputs. Really like it. Hopefully you found this review helpful. Love it. Great. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. We have talked on the phone maybe a dozen or so times. It probably is about the time we finally meet. Yeah, nothing big. Maybe a little coffee. Yeah. A snack. We'll out for a cafe. We'll have a little coffee. Yes, sounds great. Yes, but hey, as long as we're talking about that, it's probably a good idea for me to mention that, and not that this should matter at this point. We've had a dozen so conversations, but some of the photos in my profile, well, they're not exactly accurate. Yeah, little things. Well, the muscles. I photoshopped them in. Yeah. And technically, I'm not really good at Photoshop, so I left the head on. Yeah, no, it wasn't my face either. No, the whole head, the face, none of that's, no. Well, hello. Oh, hey, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you like this sort of thing and you're looking for a channel to enjoy from somebody with integrity, do me a solid. Hit the thumbs up. And every now and then, leave a comment. And by all means, subscribe. Subscribe, and when you do, hit the little bell, and you'll get notified right after I post a new video. And again, if you like this sort of thing and you're looking for a channel with some integrity, I'm the guy. Thanks again for watching. Are you back? Hello? Hello? Did you drop the phone or anything? Hello? Nothing.